Anthony Davis will be out of the Los Angeles Lakers lineup for the next 4 weeks, which will likely put him out past the All-Star game, which is the first week in March. He's out with a calf strain. Anybody that's been watching the Davis and LeBron and the Lakers this year, you've seen AD's game be up and really down. I mean, he's had a historically great shooting night from the field, I believe, against the Oklahoma City Thunder. But he's had some awful nights shooting from the field. And that's just not like AD. He's a very efficient guy, gets a lot of easy buckets around the rim. You know, AD's also a guy who takes pride in getting rebounds and getting blocked shots. He's not been awful on the defensive side of the basketball, but not his normal self. He hasn't had those moments in basketball games this year where he can literally change a game with just that one big block. He's gotten blocks, but not those big blocks to me, not those monumental plays that change games. I haven't seen him cause a havoc inside with guys like the Lakers' interior defense. Guys have gotten whatever they wanted around the rim against the Lakers. And that, to me, I believe is in large part because AD ain't the threat that he once was. And I think he just needs to get healthy. I'm an advocate of this. I'm a Lakers fan, obviously. I'm with LeBron, Anthony Davis getting the time he needs off. Didn't seem like he came into this season with the I'm about to be the leader of the Lakers mentality. And it shows, you know. And look, obviously this dude, I want to be fair to AD. Remember, LeBron is a super athlete. Like, let's not forget that. LeBron is an all-time, maybe the greatest athlete of all time. Like, I'm not talking about play on the court. I'm talking about just athletically built. He might be the greatest, the best at taking care of his body ever, and it shows. AD is average at taking care of his body. That is what it is. The Lakers won a championship September, October-ish, and they had to be right back on their court December. Shortest offseason in the history of the NBA. I think it was 72 days from when the Lakers played in the finals to their first game. Not a long offseason. So I didn't expect AD with such a short turnaround to be the best version of himself in December, but I definitely thought by February he'd be where he needed to be, but that ain't been the case. And that's tough to, turn on and turn off. I think with this extra month of rest, I think this will suit AD well. And maybe not that Lakers team well from a standing standpoint, but who cares if you're number 1 versus number 4, number 5? You'd rather have AD healthy down the stretch and be a 4 or 5 seed than to wobble into the playoffs at 1 or 2. That is the truth of the matter. Now, the only thing is you got to make sure you take care of LeBron also while you take care of AD, which probably means the Lakers will have to go out and get another piece. I think they're going to be in the running for Andre Drummond, especially if the Cavaliers are unable to pull off a trade. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Obviously, the owner of the team, Dan Gilbert, he ain't no idiot. He wasn't born last night. And he's very aware, I'm sure, that Andre Drummond will likely go play for a contender like the Nets or the Lakers if he gets bought out of his current contract. Drummond's a free agent to be in a few months. So last year of his deal, the Cavs are looking to trade him right now. The Toronto Raptors are the team that's looking to acquire Drummond, but if they don't got what the Cavs want, the Cavs will likely just buy him out. And if that is the case, Dan Gilbert might try to force a trade just so LeBron and Dan Gilbert. LeBron and Dan Gilbert, there's real bad blood there. I don't care what anybody says. There's real bad blood there. So we'll see how that goes. I don't think Blake Griffin is necessarily a good fit in Los Angeles. He will be available at the deadline as well. But I do think Drummond would be a perfect fit. The Lakers got rid of Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee in favor of Montrezl Harrell and Marc Gasol. I didn't like that move. I would have liked Montrezl Harrell, but I would have also liked to keep Dwight or JaVale. I don't like the Marc Gasol move, and I think part of AD not coming into the season with the right mentality, you want me to be brutally honest with you, I do believe part of the reason why is AD looked up and was like, yo, the guys that I liked around this Lakers team are gone. AD was decent friends with Danny Green. Gone. AD was really good friends with Rajon Rondo, and Rajon Rondo believes AD is the best player in the world and got him the ball like he was the best player in the world. Gone. Moved on to Atlanta. Danny's in Philly. I'm just saying, if I'm coming off of my first championship where I played exceptionally well, and I'm looking at the offseason moves that Rob Pelinka and the Lakers made, I could be like, all right, y'all BS, and y'all still think this LeBron's team. I mean, we heard Kyrie kind of have similar complaints when he and LeBron played together in Cleveland. I'm just saying, I'm just looking around thinking maybe part of AD's just not, the focus ain't been there and not having the greatest of stars to this season, or a season in which a lot of people thought AD would take the reins from LeBron as leader of LA. Could it possibly be because of the roster constructed? Marc Gasol, not really a center. He doesn't bang down low like he used to. He's on the perimeter, which means even if AD and Marc are in the game together, AD's got to bang. Coming off of a championship. Marc Gasol ain't coming off of a championship run, but he's older. So you don't got the young body that's able to just to soak in all those minutes. Now, Montrezl Harrell is doing a great job off the bench, but Montrezl is undersized. You got to have AD and Marc on the court together. And for the Lakers this year, AD ain't been it. Their calf strain, the body's just, it ain't working with him right now. I think this month, to do him justice, now it's, can you keep LeBron afloat while AD gets his rest? Like, can LeBron get a couple weeks off when AD returns? You know, that's important. Let me know what you think in the comment box below about Anthony Davis missing a month due to a calf strain. And for all my all-star game pickers out there, for all my gamblers out there, I do think Anthony Davis will probably still make the all-star game, I think. But obviously, you know, in your back pocket, it doesn't matter because he ain't going to play anyway. So you got another spot available for somebody out west. I'm out. Catch full new episodes of FERRO's music-based platform every day only on YouTube at It's Mr. Taliaferro. You can also find clips, updates, giveaways, and more on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also at It's Mr. Taliaferro. For all basketball fans, make sure you tune in to FERRO's daily highlights, reports, and commentary on YouTube at Hoops FERRO, and even more updates on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Hoops FERRO as well.